and welcome back to Academy After Dark. I am your host. You know what? I'm skipping all that. So, I just finished Chapter 8 not too long ago. And you know what? That felt really good. It's been so long since I did a chapter. I really like doing the chapter review slash discussion slash read along, whatever. Thank you, Nate, for that suggestion. You really helped me out, and I feel reinvigorated actually. And it's let's see, I started that last video around 3:14 or whatever, 3:13. It is 4:13 a.m. and just because I liked it so much, I'm I'm gonna do it again. You want to see me do it again? I'm gonna do it again. Um, I like this series. I'm curious to see where it's gonna go, and I didn't just want to read ahead. I actually wanted to. I want my reviews to be fresh if I'm gonna do this. So I want to go into it with a clean slate, and I felt it was fair to just give you my, fresh thoughts on whatever transpires now. So we're gonna get into chapter 9. The wind rises behind closed doors. So we are right where we left off. Legosi, our gray wolf boy, was cornered by our minx Haru, the white dwarf rabbit. So I'm curious to see how this is going to transpire now because this is not what Legosi wanted at all. He just wanted to talk to her. He was enjoying her company, and now he's in this situation. I pray that if this is all right, so if this follows any type of cliche anime trope, I had high hopes for Beastars. From what I seen, as I said before, my introduction to this series was chapter 123, and that chapter was special for a lot of reasons. And it gave me the impression that this series is different. If it follows any type of like trope that I've seen 100 times, like in series like this, I might just have to drop it. But I don't want to get too far ahead. So let's just continue and see where the story goes. Hopefully, it's as fresh as I think it is. I have high hopes for this. Please. So, the white rabbit stripped her white uniform. Oh my god. Okay, stripped her white uniform. Yes, that happened. In front of you, buddy. I can see her clearly, even in this dark room. It's my first time with a carnivore. Relax. Oh my god. Is this what happens with. I see why they were scared of her now. Haru. Okay. This is interesting. Just like it was before, the tables. I wouldn't say they've been turned. Haru, ever since chapter 8, I pointed out that framing that they did when they were standing across from each other and how they've always framed Haru. She's always been um dominant, like in a way, in the center of attention, dominant over Legosi, given his timid and quiet nature. This is interesting to see. Once again, we have Legosi, who is trapped, literally, um, blocking his escape route, pinned to the wall. Haru is very much in her element right now, and she is in control of the situation. Because why wouldn't she be? She has much more experience, much, much more experience than Legosi. And I'm curious to see where this is gonna go. How would this even look at the size difference between these two? How would this even work? Why is this? Um. Okay. It's her first time with the carnivore. Okay, just like it's Legosi's first time with the herbivore. Well, at least previously talking with the herbivore, she just jumped like like 12 bases. Come on now, he doesn't know what to do. Is this some kind of greeting? Okay, this is No, please don't. Please don't. Let's see. Oh, your stomach's the same color as your facial hair. What a beautiful cream color. A greeting that only small animals are familiar with? Wait. I want to see how far it goes. Please. Oh, no, no, no. Are they gonna. No, they're not gonna show it. This is supposed to be kid friendly. Oh my god. How is this? How does this work? Legosi needs to. This is not okay. For a number of reasons. Just because. Alright, this. Alright, I like how relevant this topic is already. Like, I don't like bringing, like. Actually, I'm not even going to try and get too political, but this is not okay. Like, just because he's silent does not mean that he is consenting, like, at all. Most people be like, "Oh man, you know, our perception of her right now, she's a hoe, she's a little slut rabbit." You know, I I have a lot to say about that. I feel Haru's just living her best life. Other people might have strong views about it, but this isn't okay. Legosi hasn't even. I know she's misinterpreting right now. It's kind of awkward to stay on this panel right here. It doesn't get better if I scroll down. And I don't want to scroll back either, but, you know, she doesn't. If Legosi's not saying yes, I know she's a female and all that, and she wants it, and she thinks that he wants it, but there's no communication right now. And Legosi's this is his first interaction with a female. Why would he know what's happening? I mean, he's a teenager. I'm sure he's trying to figure it out. But these are two completely different species right here. And he's confused since it's his first interaction. Why would he know? He doesn't know. So what's gonna happen now? Is he gonna accept it, or is he gonna not deny it? I could totally see. He's a nice guy. Legosi is a nice guy. I could totally see him denying it and just going about his business. Um, or hell, they might even subvert my expectations if this is yeah, let's see. What the hell? Wait. Huh? What? I'm trying to get you in the mood and I need you to do the same. Isn't that why you came here? What? Okay. So he just pulls back his pants so we don't get to see his doggy penis. That's good. But Haru is trying to set the mood here. She's getting a little upset about that. What? Legosi has no idea what's going on right now, and I don't blame him. Poor guy. Uh, did I jump into conclusions? But I don't get it. Why would he refuse when I took off his belt? Is he feigning innocence? Feigning innocence. No, it's confirmed. Okay, Legosi is an innocent boy. Still a virgin. I'm assuming. No, no, no. It has to be. Yeah, still a virgin because this is his first interaction with the female. And it just jumped from 1 to 11 real quick. So I like how he's right here, and then he's just like, yoink, gets that blanket, cover up your shame, harlot. He didn't say that, but he just puts a blanket around her. You'll get a cold also. The bugs will bite you, so you need to change fast. I'm gonna go. Excuse me. Gah. Did he hit his tail on the way out? Oh, he did. That's his tail. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that'll do. He left. He just left her? Okay. I like how this went. Thank you. Okay, even though this was a small scene, it shows a lot about his character. Thank you. That is so fresh. Okay, there was no. It wasn't played. Oh, God, that's so relatable. It wasn't played out. It was just a quick, oh my God, what are you doing? This isn't okay. He's still confused about what she did, and he has the nerve, bless him, to cover her with a blanket, saying you might catch cold, the bugs will get you. I love that. That just subverted my expectations because I didn't think that'd happen. I mean, it was a guess, but it was handled very tastefully, which is something I don't see a lot in in media. Normally they'll be exaggerated. There were no nosebleeds. There were no accidental boob grabs. I think my first introduction to that was Neon Genesis Evangelion when freaking Shinji fell on Rei and while she was in her towel and whoops, accidental boob grab and it was super awkward. But here, this is fresh. He just pulls up his pants. No, that's not okay. Still confused about what happens. Puts puts a blanket on her and goes about his business in an awkward way. He slams his tail on the way out. But that's interesting because as I pointed out before, from right here, Haru is in her element. Haru is in control. You know, she's done this a million times, and it might not mean much to Haru, but for Legoshi and for this is a first for him. This is gonna have. All right, so my prediction, from what I think, if this is his first experience with contact with a herbivore, right? A female herbivore at that. This is gonna trigger something. The rules of good storytelling. What what um what happens when you have a teenager who's never experienced something like this before suddenly experience it, not sex because that doesn't happen here, a moment of connection. That's what was being hinted at in chapter 8, because all Legoshi wanted from this was to talk to her more, you know, and I don't know what this is gonna do. Sure, he tried to eat her, but he's being really he just wants to be he wants to get to know her. There's an interest there, and he's not viewing her as just food. At least, no, he's not viewing her as food. So that's interesting. That how Haru is in control of this. She is. It's very much flipped on his head. Legoshi is he's physically he has the body of a predator, but Haru when she's in her element she is very much the predator here in Legoshi. He's the cornered animal. Legoshi's the prey right here. I love that. Thank you. That is fresh to me. I love to see that. Okay, I love talking about stuff like this. I love that. Setting the mood. Okay, she was doing the work. Yep, that's fresh. So let's continue on. Huh. So he didn't want to sleep with me. Well, then this is my fault. I can't blame him for running away from me. Shoot. Wait a second. He's a large brain carnivore, right? So why would he run away from me? I felt how strong his body was. A bunny tries to seduce him and he didn't comply? And then he covered me in a blanket and left? Wow, what a weirdo. Yes, and even she. Wow, I'm good at this. I like this. I like doing this. So, anyway, even she acknowledges how strange that is. The power dynamics were flipped, you know? He's trapped in there with her, right? But then Legoshi, in his own Legoshi way, he's very awkward. He's starting to show some more character, you know? But in his own Legoshi way, he flips the script and just like he just leaves and nothing happens. I love that because that's realistic. It's like life. Sometimes things don't have to be forced. Like when you see in other media, what you see in other media, things don't have to be forced. If something's happening, like it was with Legoshi against his will, sometimes all you have to do is just be like, all you have to do is just leave. That's it, and I love that. Do it again, right? Show me more. Okay, so Legoshi's taking off. He's running. He's like, what? What was that? What was she trying to? Ah, he doesn't know. You poor version boy. I'm proud of him though. That was good. If it's not your time, it's just not your time. You know? There's no rush for anything, especially since it was unsolicited. I'm not trying to get into politics here, but that most definitely would have been the R word if things had gone the way he didn't consent to, you know? Even if it is like, man, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it. That's just a whole nother discussion. But I'm glad nothing happened, and he had the sense to just leave. I'm not sure how stuff like that works in their universe, but in our universe, that's a easy way to just get into big trouble. And it's unfortunate we see situations like this happen. And if something were to go wrong, Legosi would be at fault. He would be falsely blamed 100%. They would immediately side with the small vulnerable female herbivore at that. Since carnivores are from the first couple of chapters, I think they're kind of looked down upon in this universe. So good for him. And plus, he tried to eat her, so I don't know like what would trigger his instinct to do it again. Would that happen? These are the questions, and all the more reason why I'm happy Legosi got out. So anyway, continuing on. I'm sorry, Legosi. Sorry I left you there. I was waiting for you to come back. Shoot, I'm covered in sweat. Dogs don't sweat. They dogs sweat from their paws. But hey, it's different universe anyway. Kibi, why did you leave me there? Oh, before that, did anything happen? Huh? Not really, no. Really? That's good. So the reason I was running down the stairs 4 steps at a time was because I was afraid of running into trouble. Well, there wasn't any trouble. So what were you afraid of? Well, there's this bunny who's pretty famous around the herbivores. Pretty famous around the herbivores. You mean infamous? That's the proper word. Not famous. Infamous. Apparently, she did seduce many males and she's really dangerous to be around. Basically, she's a slut. Hard to believe, right? And she looks so quiet. But hey, she wouldn't try to make a move on a wolf, right? Did she say anything to you? She did. Wow, Kiwi, so you knew and you didn't give Legosi a heads up? That's kind of messed up. So he was trying to save his own skin there? Or was he curious to see if she would try to seduce Legosi? If so, that's kind of messed up. She told me that she really cares about her flowers. She treats them like her own children. I want to talk to the stage crew and suggest that we not take her roses. I think she's got some issues. She's probably a nice girl. Kibi's like, huh? Oh, that's a fresh take. I love this. Legosi's not judging her at all. Legosi, this is his first experience with something like this, and he has a very innocent, unbiased perspective on things. But he recognizes it for what it is. Like Haru's not a okay. She sleeps around, so they call her a slut. Eh, yeah, but she's still a person, and she's still a nice girl. That's Legosi's take from just talking with her. You know, he's seeing her as a person and not how not as an object or a slut. You know, he has very pure intentions. He just wanted to talk. He just wanted connection. He had no preconceived notions about Haru. Other Yeah, he had no preconceived notions about Haru. Other than her being a small rabbit. But that's just a biological fact. And Kiwi's very much confused about that. The animals around her call her crass names like slut. She can't be described with that single word. Not that I'm one to talk since I tried to eat her once. Okay, so he's learning more. He's learning about what they call her and stuff. I think it's safe to assume that she doesn't know it was me. I don't understand much about girls. In fact, now that I think about it, ah, okay, so it's happening. What I thought was gonna happen. Ah, it's gonna happen. His first exposure. My prediction of what's gonna happen is what always happens when boy meets girl. I call it a sexual awakening. It's it's the talk your parents always give you. Um, where Legosi's still a teenager. What is he? 17, I think. Right? Yeah, he's 17. First experience with the female. First experience talking with the female. First experience with the female trying to sleep with him. You know, so he's very much aware of what was gonna happen. Now, had he stayed, it's all but confirmed. And I wonder if he's still gonna keep that feeling of wanting to see her for pure reasons. Because if he wanted to have sex, he would have had sex there. But no. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm not experienced in romance at all. Okay, so it's confirmed he never had a girlfriend. He sees a couple walking by, and Legosi's never had that before. Zero, nada. That's interesting to think about. The idea of romance never occurred to me before. Small animals, feelings of gratitude, taking off clothes. Let's see what I get. Is he Zuzo? Ah, that's the Beastars universe, Google. That's clever, Paru. Really clever. I love their library. I don't know what it is about libraries. They're just so peaceful to me. Spent a lot of time in the library when I was at school. Well, the first year at least. But I love seeing characters do research. This is realistic, by the way. Like, because I remember my time in high school when I didn't know about anything. The first thing I did was Google it. Like when I had questions about something, Google it. And I love seeing how Legoshi comes over here, um, and he's looking up romantic things. He's zoozling it, which is a teenage thing to do. Like, how often do you see people do this in media? If they have a question about something that they don't know, they either what defer to their friends and their expertise, which is what you see people do to move the plot forward in some media, or they Google it. I've only seen this one other time. I'm very picky with like my anime and shows and stuff, but I've only seen this one other time, and it was in this show called Parasite when the main character was after he got the parasite stuck in it, a little alien creature. He got the parasite stuck in it to his arm. He didn't know that happened, but he thought he was going through changes and whatnot. What did he do? He freaking Googled. This was in the anime. It was a little different in the manga, but he freaking Googled it. It was a little more modern take in the anime, which is something I appreciated because that's what a teenager would do. And I love seeing them do stuff like this because it makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't you? You literally have like the whole world's information at your fingertips. Okay, that's enough about my rant. So, uh, okay, so they don't show what he's googling, so I'm guessing it's something that's pretty lewd. Feeling small animals' feelings of gratitude, taking off clothes. Let's see what I get. Okay, since they didn't show anything here, this is also quite relatable. It probably took him to a porn site. That's more than likely what just happened. He's watching porn in the library. Is that what? Uh, Attention all students. Today is Territory Day. All students who still haven't used up their territory time, please move to the cellar as soon as possible. I always thought it was best to adhere to this world's established customs. Oh, that's today, huh? This yak guy is looking at it. I'm like, what, son? What are you watching? Slide over. I'm just that's okay. So this is awkward. So it was porn. That's what that's what's being implied here. This world has a custom in which animals must use up their territory time once every 2 days. This school has a special place somewhere animals can use up their time spent in the basement. Hey Legosi, you starting now? Yeah. How did it go? Oh, we just slept under the shade of a tree. Uh, we lions, that is. How it goes is that we spend 1 hour in a room which matches our animal environment. It's to ease our stress of everyday life. Oh, that's brilliant. Hell yeah. So lions just sleep. That's what lions do. I love how all right, so these are animals. Like it's easy to kind of get caught up. I'm getting sucked into their world where it just feels so natural and small stuff like this, like giving them their own individual rooms suited to their environment, their habitat. That's that's very convenient and very smart and takes advantage of their natural characteristics of the world that they live in. You know, I love that. It reminds me of chapter 123 when they went to that place that pretty much specialized in doing the same thing. Let's see. They have a skink room, a zebra room, a polar bear room. Let's see what's happening in the skink room. What? I can't see you from all the fog. Oh, so the skinks are lizards, so they like it humid, 98%. Okay, so this is the inside of the different rooms. The zebra room. This feeling of being covered is awesome. What is that? Bamboo? Or do they just like to hide? Like in a herd? Is that what I'm saying? And then the polar bear room is negative 15 degrees Celsius. Isn't this room warmer than usual? Really? The rooms come in a wide varieties, I see. So naturally, but I think the wolf room is pretty unique. Light that simulates moonlight. Okay. So does it calm them down? And Grey Wolf friend. Nothing beats bathing in the moonlight. Right, Legosi? Are you sure about that? Well, it's the best place to think for sure. So sure. So I guess this just like mellows them out. That's how wolves relieve stress. They just no howling, I guess. That's good. So melancholy in there. I understand even without searching the web. That was probably let's see what he searched. Your search, small animal feelings of gratitude, taking off clothes, did not match any documents. Oh, he didn't. Aha. So he's understanding that she wanted to sleep with them. Okay, so he was genuinely confused. He doesn't know anything. Okay. The first time I was treated as a male wolf in my entire life. The first time. Wow. Okay, so he's waking our boy. He is waking up. I see. I'm not a big bad monster who lurks in the darkness. I'm a mammal, a carnivore, a canine, and a male wolf. What's up, Legosi? I'm going. Hmm? I feel like walking. I'm going. What? But it hasn't been an hour yet. He's getting. Ah, he's breaking routine. Okay, I love this. This is the sign of a change. A change is. God, yes. This is so fresh. I love this. Okay, he's changing. Even from the short interaction he had with Haru, uh, his traumatic incident, it's changing him already in ways that even he doesn't understand yet. He doesn't get it. But this is what a sexual awakening does to a person. It leads them puberty. It's puberty essentially. It leads you on a journey to self-discovery. This is his first, and it's with a herbivore at that. And Lugosi said it himself. His words, this is the first time. He's been treated as a male the very first time. Wow, that's wow. What is this feeling called? Okay, so where's he going now? I feel kind of content with myself. I feel like something has come to light. I feel like walking. I feel like the wind is blowing through my legs. It's been so long since I felt this way. My legs? Huh? Oh, I see now. His face changed. I am happy. I'm content with these feelings. I want to see her again. Aw, God, that's. This scene is so. I wonder if this scene is going to be iconic. This seems so different because this is the moment where our boy is going through a metamorphosis. He's changing. He's been awakened. He's waking up, I should say. He's been acknowledged, validated. He's received validation from what he is, not by someone of his own species, but by someone who's of a different species, a different class than he is. That is significant in his life. And that is so fresh to see and how it's affecting him now, even if it is a rabbit. Because we've all experienced this is I hope this is what he's experiencing. This is first love. That's what it is. He doesn't know this is his first anything, so I'm guessing he doesn't know it's love yet, but that's my guess because I've felt this way before and I've seen people who felt this way before and it's just so real because it just you don't get to choose. Honestly, it just happens. Love just happens and you don't know what that feeling is at first. In Legosi, I feel like we're going to go on a journey with him and he's going to figure it out. Wasn't the first chapter about murder? Wait, what happened to that? Is this going to be a love story? Is this going to be a love story? That's different. High school romance? Please no. But I'm confident in the series and I can't wait to find out what happens next. Because the thing about a sexual awakenings, this series has been pretty real in the way it's displayed certain events and whatnot. Even though it's the first couple chapters, it's been very tasteful in how it's handled in how it's handled certain things, right? And this scene right here, feels very real. Um, you, something anyone can go through at any point in their life, and I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen next, because normally what happens when you experience these feelings for the first time and you don't know how to deal with it, they can be quite self-destructive at times. I remember my first time I lost like high school, I lost my shit. I didn't know what to do. Hormones raging, like and changes started happening, you fall in love, you want to impress this girl, you want to see her, you start thinking about her, you start working out. Not saying Lugosi's going to do all that. I'm just saying this is the process. It could be for the best, for the better, or for the worst. There are ups and there are downs. The highs are highs and the lows, they are hella low when they hit. So I'm curious to see how our wolf boy is gonna handle this. He just all he knows right now. I love to see the scene of him wagging his tail. All he knows right now. I wonder if this is the sunset. It might be from the color, the shading up here. It might be the sunset. All he knows right now is he's happy, which is interesting because Lugosi gives off this feel of being a very sad character, a very dark character, especially from how we met him in the first couple chapters. And to see this a change in him so quickly, that's refreshing to see, and it's kind of endearing. So I'll see you in chapter 10.